from some of these follicles.
Yeah, I mean, not just ladies. I mean,
Or men.
men would also.
Yeah. Could you imagine
Okay.
like my hair being somebody else's tube?
Um,
That would kind of be
that'd be
everything,
hilarious. That'd be hilarious. I'd be down with
right?
that. I mean, if you grew out your hair long enough where it was just like little long curls, that'd be really fun.
My hair doesn't. My curls are a little. They're not super loose. They're pretty
Yeah.
tight.
Okay, you
If
got
I
tight curls.
if I really take care of the curls,
Yeah.
they're pretty tight.
Tight curls. I've heard that song and dance before.
So my hair wouldn't necessarily like flow like beachy waves
You
when
don't.
it's long. It would go more in terms of like the afro department.
You don't think. Yeah, but like, if it went towards the afro department, what if you got those awesome hair ties where you can kind of shape it?
Hair ties
Yeah.
and shape it into what?
Like.
Like I'm doing hair
Yeah,
poopery or whatever.
yeah, like if your hair was kind of growing up and back, and then you just kind of, if it gets after a couple inches, you can get some sort of hair tie, and then you can get it to kind of start growing like the Gerald kind of thing.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Hey Arnold.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I also could be balding.
Do you think so?
I
Is
don't-
that
no,
what's
I don't
going
thi- I
on
don't
right
think I'm
now?
balding, but
You
my
wanna talk
hairline is
about it?
like back further.
Is it?
A little bit. It goes deep.
Maybe on the corners a little bit.
But it's not like thinning
Yeah.
to like a high degree. And
Got
like
that hair. It's not going to go
and
anywhere.
the top of my head is fine.
Yeah,
Like, she's not
no little patch in there to
No,
worry
she's
about.
not thinning.
That's good.
But I have my dad's hair-ish type.
Yeah.
It's like a mix of my dad and my mom's.
Uh-huh.
But I don't have my dad's hairline. My dad has like a very like natural thick hair.
You
Like-
got his hair, but not his line.
Right. Exactly. I kind of wish I got the hairline.
You only get one.
But that's okay.
Would
Yeah.
you rather have the line but thinning hair?
No, not at all.
All right,
See,
well-
that's the thing.
Give take.
But what's the gene rule is like if your mom's dad was bald, then you'll be bald.
Yeah, you get the hair from
Yeah.
But
But I don't know if that's true.
I mean, my grandpa, it was chemotherapy that drove him bald.
Okay.
But his hair wasn't like insanely thick. But my uncle, my mom's brother,
Yeah.
he's got great hair, long, thick, luxurious.
Okay.
Yeah.
My
So I think I got that hair.
my uncle is bald on my mom's side.
Scary.
Or like
Could be you. I could see you going bald.
I could
You
be
shouldn't.
bald.
It'd look good.
I don't know if I have the head shape.
Well,
But maybe.
that's the type of thing you don't know till you
The
do
only
it.
thing that I would appreciate if I do go bald and I'm thankful for is that like I can grow a beard.
Yeah, that'd be
So,
cool.
Like the bald beard look.
Bald beard.
It's a look and it's
clean.
and on some men
It's crispy.
it's right.
It's crispy.
It hits you right.
Yeah. It's
Bald
clean.
bald beard muscles tattoo.
Bald beard muscles.
Game over.
Well,
Game over. The floor
you
is
got to work on the muscles.
the
thing,
floor
though,
is
too.
wet.
You got to work on the muscles.
That it's coming. It's
Yeah,
it's-
we're working on it.
it's happening.
It's getting closer.
It's happening. I am pretty consistent
Huh.
on my exercise routine.
Good,
No memberships. It's all happening in that room over there.
dude. That's
The
the,
room
more
where it
impressive thing.
happens.
That's the more impressive thing. By the way, I'm down to keep. Let's keep talking about this, but we're back, you guys.
Oh, we should introduce
We're back.
ourselves.
Welcome back. It feels good to be
Como estai?
in a place like this where it's a safe space. So it feels good to be in a safe space.
In a safe space?
Feels good to be in a safe space.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's some libtard bullshit right there.
All right. Well, we're back.
Safe spaces.
I
There's
know.
no such thing.
That's not true either. A lot of safe spaces.
We're a sanctuary.
We're a sanctuary.
We're a sanctuary. Welcome to
and
the
our bodies are temples.
the Romans burnt them down years ago, but they're temples.
But
But welcome.
it's Sofa Tomatoes.
I'm Mike Tomato.
Oh yeah, you are.
Yeah, I went first this
I
time.
like that. And I'm Tom Sofa. And welcome to the show. We're gonna.
And that's it.
Yeah.
We're done.
It's over. 5 minutes this week, you guys. So tune out.
Get out. Go kick some grass. No, what is it? Touch some grass, kick some concrete.
I don't know. Get the hell out of there.
If you're in the Chicagoland area, the weather has been nice.
Yeah, it has totally.
It's been treating us kind.
Um,
Although there were tornadoes yesterday
yeah, you got to be careful.
in
It's scary.
Wisconsin.
Yeah, I mean, I was outside yesterday. I got a little bit of sun. It was nice.
Yeah, during the day it was nice.
It's real nice.
And then around like 7 p.m., It
got spooky.
It got real ooky spooky.
It got spooky, yeah.
And my parents lost power yesterday.
No way.
Yeah, they said they lost for like 20 minutes.
That's no good. That's just no good.
I know. In this economy, in this world,
you need power. Power is everything.
Power.
Exactly.
You do. You need it.
So you're working out in the spare room, you said?
Yeah, working on the spare room, doing my thing. My schedule is consistent. My routine is consistent.
You're an evening worker outer, aren't you?
Evening worker outer.
Crazy.
It will not catch me in the morning. The only thing that I think that I should start doing in the morning now is like going for a walk.
Oh, hello.
Yeah. Going for a little like waking
Get some
up.
early steps in.
Yeah.
Love that.
Get the metabolism vibing, get the juices flowing. A walk in the morning also like helps you poop for the girlies out there that might have some IBS.
I do not have that problem.
Consider yourself fortunate.
I can't leave the bedroom without.
But you know what they say? God gives his most difficult challenges to his worthy warriors or something.
That's 2 times you're trying to start phrases and you're not confident, and I love it.
Because it's something like that. It's something like that. I'm sure somebody can Google it and they'll find it.
The back-to-back guy who's got the phrases and just not sure if it's correct.
I have phrases that will point you in the right direction, but they won't get you there.
Yeah, hopefully the person listening knows the phrase so they can finish it.
No, they shouldn't.
Otherwise,
no, they shouldn't. They should.
Otherwise, it's not the phrase.
I just want it to be repeated incorrectly forever.
Oh my god!
And that's what I'm here. I'm here to spread misinformation. Welcome to the misinformation sanctuary. That is the Sova Tomatoes podcast.
Well, I'm here to say that I've not been working out really this week that much.
What?
No.
That's fucked.
Yeah, well.
Get out of my house.
No, I worked out today, though. I worked out today. But, I mean, I've been golfing. I've been getting steps in. I still walk the dogs 2-3 times a day.
Stepping is key.
I'm still getting steps.
Movement
there's no doubt.
Is key.
But, it's nowhere near if I'm, like, hitting the gym, too. That's what I'd like to be doing, so... So I hit it this morning pretty hard. I'm going to hit it again tomorrow. I'm going to weekend gym it to make up for it a little bit. But I've got some big meals coming this weekend.
Yeah.
And some eating coming. So
you got what? You're joining like a pie eating contest?
I'm not. No pie eating. I wish, honestly, that would be great. But
do you know the movie? I think it's Stand By Me, where it's like lard ass.
So good. Yes, I do.
Is that Stand By Me?
Yes, it is. I haven't seen it in forever.
Yeah.
But yeah, well, because this time of year is just like it's a good time of year, but it's also an intense. It's almost like Christmas all over again. Is really what it is as far as busyness and stuff. Because it's my birthday, it's my sister's birthday, it's Rachel's birthday, it's Mother's Day.
Yeah,
my dad's birthday is the month before mine. It's my stepdad's birthday is after mine, before my sister's.
Right. It's Memorial Day weekend.
Oh, boom, 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 boom. So then this weekend I got, we're celebrating with my mom on Saturday, and I'm celebrating with my dad on Sunday.
Okay. A lot of celebrating.
What the heck? So it's big meal, it's like barbecue on Saturday, out to dinner Sunday. It's without a doubt probably 2,000 calories each
meal,
probably. At the end of it, because the first one, the barbecue, there's the dips, there's the snacks, there's the beers.
Right. The beers are really gonna make the difference.
I'm not gonna not have 1 or 2 beers. I'm not gonna do
correct
it.
And you shouldn't deny yourself that luxury.
It's gonna happen. And then Sunday we're going out, and we're going to Westwood in Schaumburg, which just has
Westwood.
Yeah, you should check it out. But it's usually pretty busy. It's right by the Costco over there, right by the Wildberry.
Yeah.
Right next. It's nice. It's nice. It's solid. It's a little bit on the pricier side, so I only go on special occasion type thing.
What type of food is it?
It's like a tavern vibe.
Okay.
But they got a little bit of everything there. You can get sushi there. You can get
a
little bit of everything.
It's like a Cheesecake Factory?
No. But maybe.
Cheesecake Factory is everything.
Love Cheesecake Factory.
It's been too long since I've been to the Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah. We should go.
I'm so down.
Yeah?
I'm so down to go to the Cheesecake Factory.
All right. Next Friday, Cheesecake Factory, golf. Not necessarily in that order.
I was about to say, probably better if we golfed and I went to the Cheesecake Factory.
But I'm down. Let's book it. Let's make it happen.
Yeah, I love it.
As long as you can get the clubs.
I think I can make it work.
Yeah, I bet.
But okay, so the Hallmark holidays are hitting you hard.
They're hitting me hard. Yep.
Mother's Days.
Yep. So then
Memorials.
Oh yeah. So like last weekend, Rachel's parents were in town, which was lovely.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent time. But I didn't work out over the weekend.
Sure.
I was,
How do you find the time?
I'm entertaining.
Yeah.
I'm entertaining.
You're hosting.
You know what I was doing? I was playing gin.
You're right.
I taught Rachel's parents how to play gin. They didn't know how.
Which to me is maybe, I mean, gin is one of those games where it's like you could know how to play it, but under a different name.
Yeah, well, okay, so Rachel's mom knows rummy.
Okay.
So, like the premise of it, but you don't know the casualness of it. You don't know the don't put down cards type thing. You hold until the end type.
Yeah.
And then her dad didn't. Her dad wasn't allowed to play cards growing up because it was related to gambling.
Because they're satanic.
Sinning, yes, literally, not even a joke.
Oh my god!
Don't even act like that's a joke. Like
no, because it's so
fact,
serious.
Could not. Nope.
Wow. Oh my god. I love the church.
Can't imagine a life.
Did I ever tell you that? How much I love the church?
You've never told me that in a serious tone.
Oh, but I love it.
Yeah,
I love it. I love the church. I love the Pope. I think Leo is he's really gonna work my pussy out this term.
Okay.
He is. Even though he did say that marriage is between a man and a woman. I don't disagree with that. Men and women can get married.
Yeah.
But there's also other people that can get married as well.
True that.
Because marriage, it's just a thing people do.
It's not taking anything away from anybody else.
Oh my god. No, I actually have too many rights. Did I tell you that? They tell you that they gave me too many rights when I was born.
They gave you one too many, so
they gave me too many.
Trying to take one away now.
Every time I file my taxes, I get a notification that says, "Did you know you have too many rights? You fag." No.
Jesus.
No, they're great. I love it. It's a good time. Are you struggling over there?
Well, I got my coffee on this here double coaster situation.
Yeah, there's two coasters there.
Well, no shit. So I put it on there, and then I took it off, and then I took a sip of the coffee, and then I put the coffee back on the double coaster, and then the coasters went one way, one went the other. Yeah. And so I'm like holding my coffee. I'm like, oh, don't fall, don't drop the coffee kind of thing. Hand shaking damn near. And
they're not level. They're
not only are they not level, they don't just like slide back. So no big deal. I just took one off and put it to the side. And
they're natural wood coasters.
That's cool.
Straight from Home Goods asshole.
Okay. Home Goods has good stuff.
I kind of love Home Goods, actually.
Home Goods has pretty good stuff.
Home Goods low-key hits. Not only can you get like fun house decor and stuff like that, they actually have like decent like snacks and stuff.
Okay, so I feel like they do have interesting and decent snacks as well. But one thing for those listeners and you out there, make sure you're checking expiration dates on those.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
Because
Did you get got?
I have not gotten got. But the Home Goods that I went to with Rachel, she told me that before. She's like, check the expiration dates on everything before you decide. And I was like, I'm like looking high and low through these snacks. Hitting every aisle probably 4 or 5 times, just trying to, what did I miss? There's got to be something amazing in here. There's got to.
Yeah.
There's a diamond in the rough, probably. Couldn't find a freaking thing. And then the couple things that I could find expired. Expired.
The Home Goods
should be legal to sell expired goods, by the way.
It might be, actually.
Well, they're doing it. What's going on?
I don't know.
Who do we call?
Ghostbusters?
No, it's not going to do it.
But the Home Goods by where we used to grow up is the best.
That's a good one.
It is the best.
Yes.
There's also a World Market over there that's also pretty fun.
Mm-hmm.
World Market has some fun snacks and things.
True that.
I really wish that Sports Authority
was still
there.
Yeah.
I wish it didn't turn into a Burlington coat factory.
It was that. I honestly feel like that was there just a little too early.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, they decided to go there before everything else was there.
Before, like, the Target well, Target was there originally,
there, yeah.
but before like that strip mall really kicked off
Exactly.
and became what it is today.
But like
it was before like where like that section where Chipotle is. Like it was before that was even built.
I can't think of the last time I've seen a Sports Authority. Are they?
I think they're out of business.
They're done.
Yeah, they're out of business.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. Sports Authority is out of business. Circuit City, if you remember them, are out of business.
Yeah, I don't care about that.
Radio Shack, RIP. Joanne's out of business.
Don't care about that.
I care about Joanne.
Why?
Because you can get like some fun crafty things at Joanne's.
Okay, there you go.
Some fabrics.
I'll let you care about it. Doesn't bother me.
Because now what we got? We got Hobby Lobby and Michaels. Those are the only two left.
Those are the two basics. Yeah.
We got Christian.
Michaels is good.
Psychos.
Michaels is good.
And then Michael.
Michaels is good.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's all we got. I forget what I was gonna say. It doesn't matter. It's so important.
That happens. People forget things. You can't just remember everything. It's not, I'll let you forget that. Doesn't matter.
Thank God.
Yeah, no problem.
I'm practicing for when the Alzheimer's kicks in.
It's going to. It really will. Dude, what have you been watching recently? You been watching anything good, or you haven't been watching?
So
stuff?
I'm caught up on the rehearsal for the most part.
You finished season 2?
I finished season 1.
Okay.
And I'm on season 2, episode 2.
So you're like one episode. I'm like one episode ahead of you, or 2 episodes ahead of you.
Okay, because I know there was a new episode that was released.
Yeah.
But my goodness, what is this show?
You love it.
I do like it, and I don't. Okay, so let's just talk about season 1.
Yes, let's start from the beginning, please.
So, season 1, episode 1, I think is a good idea of like what the concept of this show is.
And just real quick, if you guys want to listen to a mindfuck, tune into last week's episode and listen to me try to explain this episode to Mike, and then maybe you'll get caught up a little bit more on this. But go ahead.
I don't even think I can explain.
No, but I want to hear you try, because then any listener who even considers listening to us, they can compare our 2 explanations,
right?
And it still is going to intrigue people without them having any idea what the hell we're saying at the same time, which is brilliant. So please go ahead.
The general concept of this show is that the host, Nathan
Fielder,
recruits some person who wants to achieve something, but they're being blocked by doubt of how the situation would transpire. So Nathan, backed with all the money that HBO can, I think, could ever possibly imagine, says, go out and build these simulations for these people so they can run through all the potential outcomes of this scenario that they're afraid to do. And we're going to call these simulations rehearsals.
Yeah.
And then the craziest thing to me is that through these rehearsals and the way that the show is done is that the show is purposely done so you don't know immediately like what's a rehearsal and what is real.
Yeah.
And that is the mindfuck of it all. And then, like it's so like it's like Inception simulation where it's like they're doing the rehearsals and it's just like, but then I saw this, but then he'll
I love when he's standing over everybody with like his laptop.
Yes.
It's so funny.
With like a sling thing.
Yeah, it's so good.
And then, like as they're charting the rehearsals, then he's just like, but then I thought I need to pretend to be this person in the rehearsal. And then he like goes full mask character to try and like, it's almost like it's radical empathy in these simulations, these rehearsals. And it's so bizarre.
Yeah.
And the part of it that like really keeps me involved for the most part is like the reaction of these people is insane.
Sure.
But then just like the enigma that is Nathan Fielder, because I don't know how genuine he is. Like I don't know if he is like serious about these rehearsals and helping these people, and like especially the later parts of season 1 where he is like rehearsing his life as a dad.
Yeah.
Like I don't know how serious that is and how and like what's for the show.
It gets weird.
It's weird. It's a weird ass show.
One of the things that I love about that show is how aware that Nathan is that what he's doing, though like interesting in its own way, he knows that it's almost a waste of money.
Yes.
So he brings up almost on every episode multiple times. He's like, so I used HBO's money that they gave me to do, and just says it so many times
Right.
that it's like, how is HBO okay with this?
I don't know.
How?
Because as long as they get views, I guess they don't really care.
I guess, but like how did Nathan convince?
Right. I want to know what that pitch was like. I want to know what the pitch meeting was.
I want to see the rehearsal
of
the
the pitch. Yeah, literally.
and I bet that he goes in there and he's like, well, of course I've rehearsed this 50 times. I
Right.
knew how this was going to go.
That to
Well,
me
that
is
joke didn't land. I would love I want to see the prequel season.
right. So it's this Inception, this like it's meta. It's so
good.
like a show within a rehearsal, within a simulation, within a rehearsal, within a simulation.
Yes.
And one thing that season 1, it's like first episode is like some guy who wants to confess that he lied about his resume, and then
So funny.
then the rest of the season is him like rehearsing being a father.
Yeah.
to this-
Well, it's around the
Well,
the
it starts with
girl,
her,
being,
but then he kind of like gets too involved, and then like he
'cause
can't.
it's not going as he wanted to because she has terrible judgment over everything.
Well, also she's not really in it. Like they cut to her and she's just like on her phone or just not really doing this like because she wanted to live this like homestead life or whatever. That's why
Yeah.
they set this whole thing up.
and it's
So she could like live at least
simulate it.
She can simulate with her child in this e-com business that she's supposed to have, but she doesn't do any of that.
Yeah.
She kind of just like uses it as just like a fuck around
Vacation, yeah.
vacation thing. And she gets called out for it and then she leaves. And then Nathan just like continues on
So
being
great.
the father. And I feel really bad for that kid.
Oh,
I forget his name.
dude. Daddy.
But like it's that to me is like when the show is like, ooh, I don't know.
You fucking up these kids.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
spoilers or no spoilers, whatever. There's a kid involved in these rehearsals, and he is a product of a single parent, and the parent that Nathan plays, the dad, is the one that's absent in his life, and this kid is too young to really understand that he's acting. Like it's not really.
Yeah.
Like it's almost like this kid was. It's almost like this experiment was giving this kid like dissociative identity disorder where he was developing this like Adam character
Right.
to be Nathan's legitimate son or whatever.
Dude.
And like that was really sad. But I liked that come season 2 that the kind of driving force for this season
Mhm.
is to help pilots
in
and
the
to,
cockpit.
and
Yeah.
to eliminate plane crashes.
It's so brilliant.
Because
And
I
the
guess
way that he's attacking it
he
is
has
crazy.
thousands of pages of data and flight logs that show that a lot of the plane crashes that have happened are due to human error, and it's because the captain
Yep.
is usually a self-righteous piece of shit,
Right.
and the co-captain is too shy or
Not
too
confident.
scared
Yeah.
to speak up and take control of a crashing plane.
Yeah. It's brilliant.
It is like,
And the way he attacks it is brilliant.
like in that
So
sense
funny.
where you can take these kind of societal problems and use this mode of communication that is his show to help with that. I love that.
Dude.
I think that is putting comedy to a productive use, where I think in the first season it wasn't really so productive. It was kind of more like self-aggrandizing. It was a
Yeah.
little bit more like selfishly motivated. But also season 1, like they're figuring out like what is this show.
Totally. Well, I would like to give a shout out to our most recent YouTube comment, our buddy Brendan,
Yeah,
because I would not be watching the show without him.
really.
I would not be.
and I wouldn't be watching the show without your recommendation.
Right. So it's all a chain,
So
is what it is.
we dedicate this entire show to Brendan Battle.
For real. Like, honestly, I was just playing some video games with him, and he just mentioned, he's like, I got to watch the second season of The Rehearsal. And I was like, in my head, I was like, God, like that guy, that Nathan Fielder. I never really
He's a weirdo.
like. I started watching his first show,
is.
Nathan for You,
Yeah.
the first episode at one point or the second. I was just like, not in on this. Can't do it. But Brendan said these words that because I believe what he says a lot of the times. He goes, Nathan Fielder is operating on a different level than other comedians. And
Yes.
and he said that, and I was like, what does that mean? I don't totally understand. And then I freaking watched The Rehearsal, and I was like, oh my God, he's unbelievable.
It is crazy. This whole like very meta, this Fielder method.
Dude,
thing
that is
he,
hilarious.
And there's actual people that have paid to be a part of this Fielder method acting program, and he flies them out so they can be a part of these rehearsals.
How about what is it, Wings with a Voice, or the singing competition that he creates?
Oh my God, did you know he's being sued for
I
that?
did.
Yeah.
I did know that.
That's
why I
crazy.
brought it up.
Oh my God. Which I don't know if that lawsuit will actually ever... I don't think that person's going to win.
HBO will settle it.
I don't even think they have to settle. There's probably some clause in the contract that they signed. This.
Yeah, there is. No, she said, I'm not even supposed to be talking about this.
Yeah, there's probably an NDA.
Yeah,
as well.
for sure there is. Are you kidding me? They're
But yeah, I saw that article and I was just like, oh my God, when rehearsing goes too far.
Well, that's the thing is like throughout the show, a lot of people, aka me and Rachel, we literally turned to each other and we're like, so is that an actor or is that a real person?
Right. Yeah, you don't know.
And I'm like, I think it's real people unless he tells us that it's an actor.
Right.
Plain and simple.
Right.
I really think that's how it is.
No, I agree.
So this suing thing, I think all that tells me is it brings so much more legitimacy to the show. And I like, what else is he going to come up with? And I hope that doesn't get too big. That's the thing. So hopefully we don't blow up too big after giving this podcast. But I hope it doesn't get too big so that he can continue doing it. Because
yeah, it's kind of like the
Impractical Jokers.
Right, they got too big and
they got too big, and then they had to think of dumb jokes. And did you know one of those guys is, or at least two of those guys are, one or two of those guys, bad stuff, sexual harassment. Bad
really?
Stuff. Yeah.
I didn't know this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Impractical
really
Jokers. They're yikes.
Fame got a little bit.
Fame got a little too big ahead of a couple of those guys. Yeah, not Sal.
Okay.
Not Q, I don't think. Murr.
Really? The other two?
Murr, and I think maybe Joe.
Okay.
Maybe not Joe. I don't know. Don't know.
Either way. I mean, it's tale as old as time in
Tale
Hollywood.
as old as time.
You know, as soon as you get some power and fame, you really see what you're made out of.
Yeah, I mean, they had a good run, though. They had a good run.
Yeah, they were in the beginning. Like that show was great.
Dynamite.
Yeah, it was really great.
That show was like, oh my God, how come we haven't done this? It was that
Right.
show.
Right.
Honestly.
Such a simple concept. You know, how could it not be done?
I've like imagined it in my head before the show ever came out 1 billion times, but couldn't quite form it.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Such is life.
Yeah.
But that's what I've been watching. I've been really into The Rehearsal.
It is so good.
It's very good.
Dude,
It's very entertaining.
let me get you ready to watch Nathan For You. You ready for this?
Yes.
Okay. So I've given Nathan For You a couple episodes. I've bounced around a little bit. One episode in particular caught my eye. And so Nathan For You is Nathan finding failing or struggling businesses.
Okay.
And he goes and he's going to try to rescue them.
Okay, so it's
Comedy
Bar Rescue or
Comedy Bar Rescue, but he is giving them bad.
Do you ever remember the show
bad
Tabitha's Salon Takeover?
No.
Oh my God, I loved that show.
Really?
Yes. It was this like really cunty Australian lady.
And she comes in and fixes
it would come
salons.
to failing salons and
Oh.
she was like the Gordon Ramsay of salons.
Interesting.
Oh, it was great. I loved her.
I can't believe I haven't heard of that. So Nathan For You, he finds these struggling businesses, and you know, one of the early episodes, I think maybe the first episode or one of the second episodes, wait, hold on, let's take a step back and go back to The Rehearsal. Do you remember the part where he like tries to make a obese
The
person.
sportswear,
What?
the sportswear clothing, the activewear thing.
No, that was crazy.
Yeah.
But no, the rehearsal. Does this happen in the rehearsal? And if it doesn't happen in the rehearsal, it happens in Nathan For You, and I'm going to tell you about that too. In the rehearsal, does it happen where they try to get a guy to ride a horse, like an obese guy ride a horse? This must happen on Nathan For You. Okay, back to Nathan For You. I got 2 Nathan For You stories for you.
Okay.
Unbelievable. You got to watch the show. One of them,
Is it on HBO?
it is. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Nathan goes to this ranch that offers people, pony rides, horse rides,
Okay.
but there's a weight limit.
Yeah, I get that.
Naturally so.
Yeah, these are horses. They're not
course.
machines.
Yep. So Nathan goes, here's what we're going to do. We're going to make history. We're going to find a way to get an obese person riding these horses.
Like, we're talking somebody who's like over 500 pounds.
Probably so the weight limit I think might have been like 250 or 220 or something.
Okay.
So anything over that counts.
Okay.
So we might have found somebody that was like 300 or whatever, and he literally ties helium balloons to them, big helium balloons,
Zooming them later, yeah.
to take
like weather
off.
balloons.
Yep, 20 pounds of balloon takes off, and then he sets up, because there's a bunch of trees along the way. He sets up some blockers to move the trees out,
Yeah.
so that the balloons don't pop.
Love that.
Oh my god. And he is just talking to the owner of the ranch, because she doesn't want any bad publicity, of course. And so
Sure.
he's just
Sure.
shouldn't we just try this? Shouldn't we give it a shot? You're going to make history. Don't you want to be the first person to do this?
Right.
Don't you love
You're the first to
getting,
offer
yeah,
these rides.
it's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
Okay.
Hilarious.
Did
That's the one I just thought of. Yes,
Okay.
it worked. You got to check it out.
Okay. I mean, that's a great concept. There's a great Jenna Marbles video. Jenna, if you're out there, I love you.
Shout out, Jenna.
But there's a video of her where she goes to Party City.
Yep.
And buys fucking 200 helium balloons so she can fly her chihuahua
Oh my
throughout
god.
her house.
Oh my
It's
god.
pretty great.
Crazy.
But it's that concept.
Yeah.
It's just, yeah. Crazy. Okay.
Crazy. So here's the second one. He goes to this guy that owns an electronics store. Okay, TVs, you name it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it just got dark.
I like that. It cooled me off a little bit. Things were getting a little tense.
Is it hot? I could turn on the air conditioner.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm so comfortable. I was talking about tension in the room.
Oh.
Now that it's cooler, less tense. So he owns this little tech company or whatever that sells TVs or whatever. And Nathan's like, here's what we're gonna do. Best Buy has this excellent price matching.
Do they?
Yeah, they do. They price match, or they did at the time. I don't know. Maybe
Oh.
it's changed since.
Okay.
But he goes, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna lower the prices of your TVs to $1 each. You're gonna put out flyers. It's gonna be a whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll send in some actors to price match at Best Buy to buy 6 TVs for $1. And then we'll have those TVs, and you'll be able to sell them for a markup.
That sounds illegal.
Best Buy has the policy.
No, you're right, and it might not be illegal, but that's crazy. But
It is
continue.
crazy. It's Nathan Fielder.
No, it's
brilliant.
It's kind of genius. It's kind of crazy. It's so genius it sounds illegal.
Well, how do you poke the first hole in it?
Exactly.
How do you do it? Do you have any idea?
How do you poke the first hole in that plan?
Yes.
The TVs are they have I don't know, maybe a ID on them that
Okay, you're not thinking
prevents
simple
them.
enough, in my opinion. People are gonna come in and buy the owner's TVs for $1.
Oh, okay. I was thinking you would just
I
change
know.
the prices after you
Of
buy them
course.
from Best Buy.
But they're available still. You still put out the flyers. It has to
So
be a legitimate sale.
you need a TV you need a TV at $1 so you can go to Best Buy to buy a TV for $1 just
because they're going to
sell-
price match.
right, to price match to sell that TV that you already have for $1.
And so then the owner of the guy selling TVs then gets inventory for so cheap. So then he raises the price the next
Right.
day. Yeah.
Right. So you lose you lose a TV for $1, but then you're gaining a TV for $1.
But okay, so that is how you poke the hole in the plan. So what Nathan proposes is, how is he going to make it so that nobody buys these TVs at
the $1
the main
place.
guy's place?
Okay.
Yeah. He puts like a sign for dress code first, saying must be in formal attire
To enter the store.
Yep.
Okay.
So 6 people show up, and they're all like, "That wasn't on the flyer." He's like, "Well, it's here in the store. I don't know what to tell you. We can't let you in." And so everybody leaves, and one guy comes back. He's like, "Yep, I rented a suit. Let's go. Give me my $1 TV."
I mean, I guess, the cost of renting a suit for $1.
It's somewhere in
TV.
between. It's close. It's close.
Yeah.
But he comes in.
Are these nice TVs too?
Who cares? Probably.
Okay.
Yeah. How bad could it be?
I don't know.
Whatever.
Because like if it's a $1 like glass box TV from like 1955.
Yeah, it's not like that though, and that's probably a relic. Probably could sell for a pretty penny if it's in
Probably
good condition.
Probably not.
Okay, fine.
Because my Yaya's got like 6 of them in her basement.
She doesn't know what she's holding on to.
Yeah, I think she does.
Oh well, maybe then she does. Maybe she knows what she's doing.
I don't know. You want one?
No, I'm good. So then what he does is he makes like a tiny door for them to have to crawl through to even get to the room with the TVs.
Yep.
And then he puts a live alligator in there.
Like
to deter anybody from getting to the TVs.
Like in a kiddie pool?
Just in the
room. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So nobody goes in.
Okay.
To buy the TVs. He has successfully deterred anybody from buying these TVs. Oh, brilliant. And then the actors get to Best Buy and they're like, "We'd like to buy a TV. $1, here you go." And they're like, "Sorry, we can't honor that." Of course. Why would they? Well, of course they're not going to honor it.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Like a price match from like Walmart, totally understand.
Maybe.
But a price match from like a mom and pop that's selling a TV for $1? No fucking way.
Whatever. So 6 different actors tried. Nobody gets it.
Okay.
Nobody. And then Nathan's like, "So naturally, I filed a lawsuit against Best Buy, against their policy."
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, "In order for me to get the data that I need an employee to willfully give me the information that sometimes they just don't like follow the policy just because the person looks a little off or something seems funny about it. So they don't,
Okay.
They just won't,
There's
even though it is a policy.
There is some prejudice and discrimination
that's
happening.
kind of the type of thing that he has to find out.
Okay.
So he ends up going on a date. He like puts out like a Craigslist thing of like, I don't know. He goes out on a date with a woman who works at Best Buy.
Yeah.
And he acts like he works for a general manager for Hot Topic. He puts on all this insanely silly getup.
I can just see like,
and he is trying to
pierce. Does he have like fake piercings and stuff?
Yeah. What is it? The snake bites or whatever?
I don't remember what they're called. Yeah,
they're called. The fangs or whatever.
Never looks good.
Terrible look. Hilariously
never
terrible.
Looks good.
If it's your look, it's your look. You probably look great in it.
All TL shades.
Not
my friends
for me.
that have them.
Not for me.
Even my friends that have like septum piercings. I don't live.
Not for me.
I don't live.
And it's just hilarious episode. So that show's kind of win some, lose some, and it doesn't have a long kind of train of thought to it so far.
Yeah.
There's
a decent amount of seasons though.
I think
there?
3 maybe. So okay. I've only watched a couple episodes. I'm going to dive deeper, and I will circle back. Okay. Don't you worry.
I need to find. I'll look. I mean, I shouldn't look for it because like Google will probably be like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Yeah.
But there is a show or a scene. I don't know what he's doing, but it's Nathan Fielder. And he has to like, I don't know if he's trying to be like a David Blaine type of magician.
Okay.
Like escape artists type thing. And he goes to this park and he rigs up this contraption where if he doesn't escape within a particular amount of time, like he's going to indecently expose himself to children.
You mentioned this.
I have, yeah. And I don't know if it's a Nathan For You episode or if it's just like something random that he did, as he was like promoting his comedy career or something. But I gotta find it because it's so fucked, but it's funny.
Yeah,
But it's crazy.
he is bizarre.
So just dead. Like he almost seems like he's dead inside, but then he's not.
Dude, how fucking funny.
Like, have you ever seen an interview with him? Like a real interview?
No.
Neither have I.
How fucking funny was the end of the first episode when he implants the answers to trivia
Oh my god. Through their like walks that they would
through
take.
their walks.
And it'd be so stupid. It would be like they would walk up to like a police officer who's like blocked off some intersection. And he would say something like, yep, just like 1845 when the French Revolution started or something.
Dude, it was so funny. So funny how that happened. But at the end, when Nathan Fielder is rehearsing, telling him,
Yeah.
the actor's like, "You've ruined this whole thing for me. I
never want to see you.
I never want to
again."
see you again. I
Yeah.
fucking hate you," or whatever
Yeah.
he says. And then it goes back to the actual thing, and he's just like, "You did a real good job."
Right.
And I can't imagine. I wonder if this guy that was on this show ever watched the show, and
He
then
had to.
has seen. What's his reaction to be given the trivia answers, though?
He's probably fine with it now.
I don't
He
know.
won trivia.
Takes trivia very seriously.
See, this is where I was a little bit on edge with the show because I thought he was taking advantage of people who may not be fully intellectually aware of the joke that's being made.
Okay.
So this guy who is obsessed with trivia, like clinically obsessed with trivia, to the point
Yeah.
where they are doing the rehearsal and they now involve like an active game of trivia. And this man cannot focus on the task at hand because trivia is happening and it's fake trivia.
But don't you think that
It's
it's like
rehearsal trivia.
don't you think so? I think that because the rehearsal is so real feeling
Sure.
that
But Nathan is standing there
I
with
understand.
his little laptop bib, and like this guy still cannot
This guy's
focus.
been holding on to this lie for
So,
over 10 years.
I think
For over 10 years,
And,
he's been holding on to this lie.
right, a nonsense
It's
lie.
it's like his no. It isn't that big of a nonsense lie,
I think it's a nonsense lie,
dude.
based on how his friend took it too.
Oh my god! But like his friend, of course, took it well but you build these things up. That's the whole point of
Right.
that thing. It's like you build things up for years and years, and eventually it gets built up to something that's so unbelievable, and then you rationalize things in these ways that are just so
No,
unrealistic.
I
and it's
totally
just like,
understand that. You're talking to somebody who was in the closet for 19, 20 years.
totally.
So
So I just get it. I totally get like him
I just-
possibly having a hard time with the trivia thing and it all because he's just going to use all that as an excuse.
well, he was also so much as like he was willing to throw away the whole program if he was losing trivia.
I think that was just him having doubts about.
No,
the whole
I
thing.
think this is literally this man who is somewhere on the spectrum, and his obsession is trivia. Because he was a little bit socially awkward. He's a little bit.
That's just people, man.
He's a little bit bizarre, and yeah,
that's just
people are a little
people.
bit socially awkward, a little bit bizarre. And just because you're on the spectrum doesn't mean you're any less than or incapable.
I'm not
It
saying
just
that.
changes the way your brain works. And I think his brain was so clinically obsessed with trivia that he couldn't. I don't know. He couldn't like release that. He couldn't release that part of him to focus on the rehearsal and the confession and that whole process. But
It was something.
whatever, Nathan
Needless
figured
to
it out
say,
through these very subliminal answers.
He's a beast.
Um,
And his questions are hilarious that Nathan asks whenever somebody gives like a bizarre answer to something. He's
Yeah.
just like, and you think that they would do that to you. And he just so safe, so confident.
yeah,
Hilarious.
no, he's definitely built for rejection. When he was like the Canadian Idol producer,
Right.
and he's telling people no all day,
Yeah.
like he's built for that shit,
Yeah.
literally.
Dude, him in the second season trying to tell people on like Wings with a Voice or whatever. And the female pilot who's like really good at telling people no.
Yeah. Because it's fantastic.
Yeah,
Everything's fantastic.
But he follows her exact same thing
Right.
and just keeps getting bad scores.
Right.
Hilarious.
Well, I think there's a whole multitude of things that come into play.
For sure, a bunch.
This show is pretty like psychology heavy.
It is.
Too.
Oh yeah, love it.
So if you're into that sort of thing, Nathan, for you.
The Rehearsal's brilliant.
And The Rehearsal. But yeah, that's good stuff.
Unbelievable. I need more. Need more of that show. Need more of Nathan Fielder.
I would like to see his stand-up.
Yeah, I bet it's interesting.
I'd be curious to see how that goes because it kind of gives me like Anthony Jeselnik.
I don't know who that is.
Vibes. He's another pretty like dry, super sarcastic, monotone type of comedian.
Totally.
I'm trying to think of one of his jokes. Something about like I don't know. Just look him up, Anthony Jeselnik.
Okay, I will.
He's pretty funny actually. But okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to say?
I don't have anything else to add on that. I really don't.
Because I feel like we really talked about it a lot.
Yeah, we reamed The Rehearsal.
Great show. And Nathan for you. Groovy. Fucking groovy. Do you have any hills that you want to die on? Are you prepared to even throw one out at the people? You got one?
I think so.
Oh, really?
So, okay. We're approaching summer, right?
Right. That's
summer is happening. Summer is here. And I need buildings and pathways to be at ideal climate control immediately.
Okay.
When I'm walking, so like I'm going to work, right? And I'm walking, it's 70 degrees out. I'm in jeans.
Sure. Reasonable.
And when I step into my office, I need to feel the air conditioning.
Right.
I need
right away.
I need to immediately enter that threshold
relief
and be met with the cool relief of modern technology.
Yep.
And the fact that I haven't had that experience is very frustrating.
Understandable.
And even so much as the CTA. So like I'm getting on the blue line and these trains do not have the air conditioning on.
Mm-mm.
I'm sorry. Who the fuck is out here raw dogging this new climate that we're experiencing?
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone's heard of global warming.
It's hot.
But that translates to shit gets hot.
Gets real hot.
And I need that air conditioning. So the hill that I'm dying on today and the one that I'm going to add to this mountain range that I've been building
right,
is that summer means air conditioning is on, or all windows are open if it's a good breeze. Fine. If you don't have air conditioning, whatever. Climate needs to be controlled in indoor spaces.
Well, this isn't my hill. I'm just talking about your hill a little bit. I'll figure out my hill along the way when the time is right for it. But I will tell you that my apartment building, they like scheduled the boilers or whatever the heck to be turned off on the 15th. But they sent out an email on like the 12th and they were like, we're turning these things off early. We don't care if they're scheduled because it's been so hot. We got to do this to make this change.
Right.
So they did that on your behalf, I think.
Thank you.
Knowing full well that you have a hill about it.
Oh my God, that was one thing that killed me when I lived in apartments where it was like a radiator system and I had no control over the off and on switch.
My previous apartment in Jeff Park.
That was my apartment in Addison, was like that. And then my apartment on Bittersweet, it was the electric radiators where I had to turn them off because there was one day or 1 month where my electric bill was like $500. And it was all because of these fucking radiators that really didn't do anything. So I ended up buying like a portable oil radiator, like it's actually in the spare room. Works great. Great. And I only had my apartment was less than 500 square feet.
Oh yeah.
So the fact that like my electric bill was that high was just
a joke.
insane.
A joke.
Insane.
You want to know something kind of insane? Also, for the whole time that I lived in Jefferson Park, I was paying the electric for my neighbor, and my neighbor was paying my electric
What?
the whole time.
How did you find that out?
My landlord told me after I moved out.
And your landlord knew before this was happening?
He didn't know. I went to turn off my
Like you called ComEd or
ComEd
whatever?
to turn it off, and the person that lived at the place that I
Had
was
their
living at
electric shut
had
off?
their electric shut off.
Oh my God. That's crazy.
Isn't that crazy?
Wait, so who had the higher bills? Do you
Oh,
know?
I'm sure that the person that didn't work from home. So I'm sure that I was saving money on electric for a whole year.
Was it just one person in that bill?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
God.
The person said they don't care.
They're lucky.
I'm
Because
lucky.
I guess like the bill must not have been that high then.
No, I mean I wasn't getting crazy in there, but
That's crazy.
funny stuff.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
How did that fuck up even happen?
You know how? Because my apartment was like 1W, but on Comcast and ComEd and all that stuff, they have different letters for the apartment buildings.
Oh,
Because
okay.
I don't know where they changed or at what point.
How they set it up. Yeah.
Whatever. It's all fucked up. Yeah. Because for me to get my internet, it was just a headache. Because I live at 1W, but they were like, there's no 1W. We got 1E.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, well, we'll try that and see if I have internet. And then it worked.
Interesting.
And then I did ComEd, and I was like, 1W, and they're like, we don't have that. I was like, well, 1E worked for Comcast. Let's try
Yeah.
1E. And I'm guessing that was for, but not the internet, which I don't understand.
Yeah, that's confusing to me too.
Dude, how could I be at fault? I'm not.
No, I guess it's the way that your landlord like registered the building or something.
It's just the way she goes.
Wow. The things of land ownership that you don't really think of.
Crazy, crazy times.
Um,
So, my hill. Here's my hill. It should be one step to change your address on all sorts of platforms for yourself. It should be
Okay.
one fucking step. One fucking step. You should not have. I should not have to update my delivery address on the Nike app and on my Chase and on this and at the post office and at that.
and your voter registration.
I should not have to fucking hit all of them.
Yeah.
There should be one website. $1 million idea.
Yeah.
$1 million idea.
Yeah.
One website where you go there, you go, I'm moving here. Change my address for everyone.
Yeah.
Click. And then that's it. You don't have to do bing, 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 bing. And let me tell you why that this is my hill that I'm dying on.
Please.
If you've come this far in the episode and you have a memory that is far better than mine, you'll remember that Rachel's birthday was recent.
Mm-hmm.
Got her a pair of shoes.
Choose.
Nice pair of shoes. Shoes that she wanted, too.
Oh my God. Choose.
I'm like tracking this fucking package. And I'm like, should be here today between 11:15 and 3:15.
Did it get delivered to Jefferson Park?
It got delivered to motherfucking Jefferson Park. Okay. So then I call text my previous landlord. I'm like, hey, package delivered or is going to get delivered there. Can you please confirm it's there so that I can go get it?
Yeah.
Because if it's not there, I'm not going to go get it.
Right.
And he's like, yeah, for sure I will. And just didn't get back to me. And then I just saw that they took a picture of it at the door
Okay.
there. So I got in my car, drove, picked it up, and brought it back. And then to add a
Did
little
you not see in checkout where like the delivery address was?
Here's where it's complicated, Mike. That's a great question. I'm stupid, you know that, but I'm not dumb.
Nobody said you were.
Well, here's what happened. So I was looking at new slippers or flip flops or slides for myself for around the house to just slip on to take the dog outside. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
In doing so, I scoured the Nike website, head to toe, top to bottom, tip to nip.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
scoured it, and I'm like, what am I going to get? Am I going to get a slipper? Am I going to get blah blah blah? Couldn't find what I was looking for, but I almost pulled trig on these slides, but it didn't happen. And at the time, I had thought about changing my address in Nike, but I didn't, and I didn't pull trig on the shoes.
Okay.
And I ended up buying slippers off JeffBezos.com.
Yeah.
Because A, cheaper, B, faster, and C, bada bing, bada boom.
Say what you will, Amazon is reliable.
Yeah, hate to say it. So I didn't even bat my eye twice when I went to get these shoes. And then to add more fuel to the fire, I get the shoes. I bring them. I drive all the way to Jefferson Park, drive all the way back, and then Rachel tries on the shoes, and they're half a size too small. And I bought them. So Nike does this nice thing where you do get 10% around the month of your birthday off. Of an order.
Okay.
Kind of nice.
If you have an accountant.
Yeah, of course. So I bought Rachel a pair of shoes for her birthday, and I was like, if I'm getting 10% off the order, I might as well get myself a pair of shoes for 10%.
That's girl math, baby.
Like, bam, bam, bam.
That is girl math.
Fook it. I love a new fresh pair of shoes. Almost as much as I love a fresh pair of socks. Almost.
Really?
But not quite.
Okay, I didn't know you were a sock guy.
Ugh. Here's a tip for our listeners.
Yeah.
If you're looking to restart your day, you're having a bad start to the morning, fresh pair of socks.
Yeah, it can make a difference.
Full restart. Full reset.
Yeah.
Full
That's actually kind
reset.
of true.
I'm not joking.
Yeah, no,
I am
that's
not.
Actually, that's good advice.
Change your socks. Even if you put a fresh pair on in the morning,
right,
you'll reset your day.
When you get home from work, change your socks.
Change your socks. You will feel like you're at home now. So in order to make an exchange on the Nike website, you got to call Nike actually on the phone.
Oh, really?
So I give him a call and I'm like, exchange. She's like, okay, yeah, I process your exchange. I'm like, well, okay, so here's the thing. I accidentally had to go pick it up at my old place. Can we still process the exchange, but flip where it's going to deliver to? Lady goes, no. You can't do that. But what you can do is you can return the shoes and reorder the half a size bigger.
Okay.
So on top of me having to go to Jefferson Park to get it, I also lost my 10% off on the shoes because I used the 10% to get my pair of shoes.
Oh, okay.
In that order. So I had to do a whole new order and lose my 10%.
Right. But you already used the 10%.
But 10% was also off on the other shoes too.
Right.
Yeah. Bummer.
That is a bummer.
There goes $15. $15 and an hour and 20 minutes of my life.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not easy. It's not easy to get Jefferson Park from where you're at.
It's a shame. During rush hour, might I add.
Oh, gross.
It was right. Oh,
gross.
Yep.
I'd say fuck it. I'd take the L.
Dude, no. It was either it was for me. It was either get them at that point or make the drive early in the morning.
Like I would just call Nike and be like, "Y'all didn't deliver my shit."
Dude, it was so my fault. I'm
it.
responsible, and it was Rachel's birthday.
Yeah,
I wanted her to have her shoes.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. You want to have a present.
Well, I already.
Oh, okay.
But that was part of it, though. I wanted to have it sooner. Didn't want to wait another day if I could stand it.
No, I get it. And buying shoes online is a gamble sometimes. Because
sure.
You don't try them on, and some brands sizing is different. Like Nike runs pretty narrow, in my opinion.
A little bit, yeah.
And Adidas usually runs a little bit bigger.
That's what I've heard.
And then like sizing for like even different types of shoes is different. Like my size for like sandals and flip flops is a little bit different than like gym shoes.
Yeah.
Because I like a more snug sandal and a looser shoe.
For sure. Makes sense.
Yeah.
So that's my hill. Is the
okay.
When you move, it should just be one plug and full swap.
Yeah, I think when you change your Well, ooh, you know what? I'm gonna add to that because like
Yeah,
if you have like your address right is on your driver's license
it is.
and you move and like it's easier to move than it is to change the address on your driver's license.
Oh my God, by mile.
And that needs to change.
Okay, fine. Send me to the DMV, get the license changed, and then while I'm at the DMV,
Everything should change.
let me click a check mark.
Yeah, everything should change.
Would you like to change everything over? Yes. Ding, ding. Okay, you know everything about me anyway.
Exactly.
There's no secrets.
No, I agree. That's how it should be. Because even when I like updated my voting registration, I still showed my ID to the people at the precincts and like this doesn't match. And I'm like, yeah, no shit, Sherlock. Here's my registration card.
They're just trying to create confusion and make our lives more difficult.
Brutal. And I'm just trying to live.
Can I live? Please?
No.
What's a guy got to do to live?
The answer is no. But those are solid hills.
Yeah. Dude, I mean, it just kind of came to me.
No, it's great. It's a good hill.
It's a good hill. I'm going to hold on to it too. So that's all I got. I mean, I don't really have much else. I mean, watch the rehearsal, keep watching the rehearsal, give Nathan For You a shot, get out, enjoy the sun while we got it. It's going to be rainy next week. So
it is going to be rainy next week. I want to plug one idea that I have.
Let's go.
So we're in a tumultuous economic state as we're currently in. So even though the market like rose a little bit the other day, whatever, it's not a big deal.
That's a lie.
But I have been online pursuing property.
Oh.
Yeah. Like lots and land.
Fun.
Yeah.
I'm down. Whatever you're thinking, I'm in.
So I was looking, there's like some in Illinois, like out in like
the
boonies, like Harvard and beyond. Yep. Like that's if I want to be a farmer.
Fun.
But then I was also looking at like mountainous states. I was looking at Colorado, and I have like 3 bookmarked in my like in my Google account where there's like one. It's like a 1/4 acre lot for $15,000.
Great deal.
And then there is a 6 acre lot for $35,000. And then
where
these are in Colorado. These are in like near like the Rocky National Park.
Cool.
And there is another one. I think it was like 1 acre for like I want to say it was like 40,000 or something like that.
Okay.
Because that one is in like a more developed subdivision.
Should
and
still be sweet.
And so I'm thinking, should I buy property?
Sure. That'll be fun.
Right? Like that's a real investment. Like I don't want to just like throw money into the market because
which is fun too.
The market is just a billionaire's casino.
It's also a real investment if you do it right, by the way.
But with property, it's one of those assets that's always going to have value.
Yeah.
Where like companies come and go, markets rise and fall, but land is here to stay.
Land is here to stay. I like where your head's at.
So I'm thinking about doing that. And I just wanted to plug that idea for anybody else that might be out there looking at expanding their financial portfolio.
I'm in.
You want to buy property?
Sure.
All right.
Let's see what happens.
You know what would be really funny? Say we buy like 2 lots right next to each other. Vito would be so pissed.
He'd be so pissed.
He'd be so pissed.
That'd be great.
So yeah, food for thought on financial portfolios and expanding your financial futures. Because that's partly where I'm at. Oh, and like job-wise, like I had an interview yesterday.
And?
It went well, in my opinion. So it might be hopefully...
For your current employer?
Knocking on wood. Yeah, my current employer.
Nice.
So hopefully, knocking on wood, I'll have new opportunities coming soon, which means more money and more free time.
Love that. You need it.
So hopefully it works out. And then I would feel much more inclined to buy
20 things,
properties and shit like that.
Fuck yeah.
But anyway, that's my final hoopla on today's podcast.
Listen, you got to say things in order to make things happen.
I'm manifesting.
I agree.
Manifesting.
Yeah. Keep manifesting. Keep doing that. I'm feeling good where I'm at right now.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward. My goal is just enjoy the summer as much as I can. You know?
Yeah.
Not focus on, too much. Just enjoy the summer. Try to get everything paid up. That's it.
Simple.
Save a little if I can, but try not to lose much. That's it.
There you go.
Bam.
Simple pleasures, simple joys.
Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Well, I got nothing else. Do you got anything?
No, that's it.
I got one more thing. I'm just kidding.
Okay, go on.
So earlier I talked about Brendan. Thank you for commenting, and I lost my train of thought because we talked about important things. Or I didn't. I said what I wanted to say, which was the Nathan that he told me about. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever. The other thing I was going to say was thank you for your comment on the YouTube video, but why didn't you send us a fucking email, man?
Yeah. Send us a fucking email, Brendan. We've only known you for fucking 7 goddamn years.
Plus. At
8?
least a decade plus. How old are you?
29? 8?
You're going to be 29.
When
We've
did
known
we
him
know-
since 15,
15? 14?
Yeah, almost
Fuck, dude.
15 years.
We're old.
Yeah, we're not.
Old enough to send a fucking email.
Yeah, send us an email, man. Anybody else, send us an email, sofatomatoespod@gmail.com. It'll be in the description as well. We're looking for our second email. We need it.
Number 2.
So thanks for tuning in, you guys. We'll bring more heat for you next week, and stay classy.
Bye. Love you.